Serangan perlawanan dilancarkan oleh pasukan Houthi Yaman di Tel Aviv merespons tewasnya pimpinan Hizbullah Nasrallah. Serangan tersebut berpusat di Tel Aviv dan Israel Tengah pada Sabtu 28 September 2024, termasuk di Bandara Ben Gurion. Sejumlah rudal lolos Iron Dome meskipun sebagian rudal Yaman ini bisa diantisipasi oleh Aerial Defense Array milik Israel. Dari video yang ada, kepanikan juga terjadi saat sirine meraung di Tel Aviv. Terlihat banyak warga sedang berkumpul di sebuah lapangan besar, sementara di sampingnya bangunan tinggi menjuntai. Kepanikan pun terasa dan membuat warga berhamburan kala melihat serangan dilancarkan lewat rudal Yaman.
Nahariya Warga bitakon dengan Terancam makan.
Ratusan rudal Lebanon menghantam tepi barat pada Sabtu malam seusai pasukan Hizbullah mengonfirmasi tewasnya pimpinan Nasrallah. Rekaman yang beredar menunjukkan sebuah rudal mengenai sasaran Israel setelah sirine berbunyi di beberapa pemukiman ilegal Israel dekat Al-Quds. Sebuah kebakaran besar juga terjadi di dekat otoritas Israel dan markas militer IDF. Rudal tersebut juga menghantam pangkalan Israel di Ma'ale Abumin. 1 jam setelah serangan rudal, sirine berbunyi di pemukiman kota pesisir Nahariya. Serangan balasan dan luncuran rudal ini terjadi seusai agresi Orde Baru dilancarkan Israel ke Lebanon. Israel mengebom pinggiran kota Lebanon, Beirut, hingga menewaskan Sayyid Nasrallah dan sejumlah rekannya.
Wow.
هيا وقع هيا نسف الدنيا هناك. ضرب محاوي اضرب. هي وقع كمان واحد. هي وقعوا بجبال ريحة هدول. وين هذه بعد الخان؟ هي معلي أدوميم. لا يا زلمة الخان هون. مشور أدوميم.
شنجي Melarikan dikemas.
Pasukan Houthi Yaman melancarkan serangan ke Bandara Israel Ben Gurion di Nyawa, wilayah Tel Aviv. Serangan ini dilancarkan bersamaan dengan kedatangan dari Perdana Menteri Israel Benjamin Netanyahu. Dikutip dari Al-Mayadin, serangan ini dikonfirmasi oleh juru bicara Houthi Yaman Jenderal Yahya Saree pada Sabtu 28 September. Saree menegaskan bahwa serangan ini adalah balas dendam dan bentuk solidaritas pada Palestina di tengah konflik di Gaza yang meluas hingga Lebanon. Serangan ke Bandara Ben Gurion ini dilancarkan dengan rudal balistik Palestina 2 hanya sehari setelah YAV melancarkan serangan ke Tel Aviv dengan rudal. Houthi juga menegaskan bahwa serangan terhadap Israel tidak akan berhenti sampai Zionis menghentikan serangan ke jalur Gaza. Houthi juga berjanji akan melancarkan perlawanan atas tewasnya Nasrallah di Beirut. Diketahui pasukan Israel telah melancarkan serangkaian serangan udara besar-besaran terhadap permukiman di pinggiran selatan Beirut, yang mana radio Angkatan Darat Israel menunjukkan bahwa pesawat F-35 melakukan serangan udara dengan menggunakan bom penghancur Bakar tempat Nasrallah berada.
¿Estás bien? ¿Está bien? Sí, estoy bien.
מעריך שמע להורות הביטחון להיכנס למרחב המוגן.
Sebuah media Ibrani mengabarkan bahwa Perdana Menteri Israel Benyamin Netanyahu mengalami cedera kepala seusai serangan rudal Houthi Yaman ke Bandara Ben Gurion. Disebutkan bahwa cedera kepala ini terjadi akibat Netanyahu terjatuh saat coba melarikan diri. Dalam narasinya dibagikan pula sebuah foto kala Benyamin Netanyahu terbaring di sebuah lantai. Ia terlihat dibalut selimut putih dan juga sedang tertidur. Di sampingnya ada sebuah buku dan juga kacamata. Lewat foto tersebut dinarasikan bahwa Netanyahu terkulai lemas karena terluka. Namun faktanya video Netanyahu yang terbaring tersebut bukanlah foto baru. Dari penelusuran yang dilakukan oleh Tribunnews.com, didapati bahwa momen ini adalah momen lama pada 2020 silam. Dikutip dari Time of Israel, momen ini terjadi pada 17 September 2020 silam. Kala itu Netanyahu baru saja pulang dari upacara perjanjian normalisasi Israel-UAE Bahrain di Gedung Putih setelah rencana jet pribadinya dibatalkan. Netanyahu sendiri sudah muncul ke publik dan menyampaikan pidato seusai diklaim terluka akibat serangan Houthi. Unit 910 yang dikenal sebagai unit paling rahasia dan berbahaya bagian dari pasukan Hizbullah mulai diturunkan. Unit 910 ini menargetkan komunitas Israel dan Yahudi di seluruh belahan dunia. Unit 910 ini nantinya akan melancarkan balas dendam atas pembunuhan pimpinan Hizbullah Nasrallah atas serangan udara Zionis. Peringatan ini disampaikan Alma Research Center pada Sabtu 28 September 2024. Menurut lembaga penelitian ini, Unit 910 yang dikenal sebagai unit hitam atau unit bayangan sebelumnya pernah beroperasi di Amerika, Eropa, Afrika hingga Asia dan mampu melancarkan serangan balas dendam dalam waktu singkat. Sekitar 32 tahun yang lalu setelah pembunuhan mantan pemimpin Hizbullah Abbas al-Musawi, unit tersebut berhasil melakukan operasi balasan. Unit 910 berada di bawah komando Talal Hamiyah yang juga dikenal sebagai Abu Ja'far. Unit ini bertanggung jawab atas aktivitas serangan global di luar Lebanon dan sangat erat kaitannya dengan Korps Garda Revolusi Islam atau IRGZ Iran. Unit 910 dikenal sebagai lengan operasional utama Hizbullah dalam melakukan serangan internasional. Yerusalem Post juga mencatat bahwa unit ini terlibat beberapa serangan besar, termasuk pengeboman kedutaan besar Israel di Buenos Aires dan pusat komunitas Yahudi di Argentina. Unit ini telah menjaga kerahasiaan yang ketat dalam operasinya dengan mengandalkan jaringan Syiah lokal dan organisasi pendukungnya di seluruh dunia. Woi. Pasukan IDF kecolongan mengantisipasi serangan perlawanan Irak pada Sabtu 28 September 2024. Pasalnya pasukan Israel ini terlalu fokus melesatkan serangan ke wilayah Beirut, Lebanon. Pasukan Islam Irak melancarkan operasi baru terhadap Israel lewat 3 serangan sekaligus. Serangan yang dilancarkan Irak ini berlangsung saat Israel mengintensifkan operasi militer di Lebanon. Israel melancarkan serangan udara besar-besaran hingga menghantam benteng Hizbullah di Beirut. Serangan ini juga dilaporkan menewaskan pimpinan Hizbullah Nasrallah. Di saat yang bersamaan, pasukan perlawanan Irak melancarkan serangan ke Israel. Pasukan Irak menyerang pasukan IDF di Israel Utara. Operasi kedua kedua Irak dengan menyerang sasaran vital Israel menggunakan pesawat tak berawak. Sementara itu serangan ketiga yakni pada Sabtu 28 September dengan menyerang Israel Utara dan menyasar markas IDF.
Mr. President, this is my last opportunity as the Foreign Minister of Indonesia to represent my country to speak before the UNGA. A decade of so many challenges, but at the same time, a decade of Indonesia's many contributions in addressing global issues. One of them is Palestine. Indonesia cannot, I repeat, cannot sit back and relax, seeing the injustice that continues to be committed against the people of Palestine. Indonesia is and will always stand with the people of Palestine to attain their right to have an independent state of Palestine. As I speak now, more than 41,000 people in Gaza have been killed. Situation in West Bank, Lebanon are deteriorating. Is that not enough? Is that not enough? Will the Security Council only take action to stop Israel atrocities when all Palestinians are displaced? Or when 100,000 Palestinians are killed? Or when a regional armed conflict breaks out? That will be too late. PM Netanyahu yesterday mentioned, and I quote, that Israel seeks peace, that Israel yearns for peace. Really? How are we supposed to believe that statement? Yesterday, while he was here, Israel conducted unprecedented massive air attack on Beirut. PM Netanyahu wants the war to continue. We must stop that. I repeat, we must stop that. We must pressure Israel to come back to a political solution for two-state solution. Mr. President, the overwhelming majority of the UN members strongly support the two-state solution, and this is the right time to walk the talk. Recognizing the state of Palestine is the least that we can do now to give Palestinians equal footing on the world states and to exert pressure to Israel to stop their atrocities. Therefore, I urge countries that have yet to recognize the state of Palestine to do so now. If each of us does it, for sure it will give impact. The recognition of Palestine today is an investment that will yield a more peaceful, just, and human world tomorrow. Once again, Indonesia urges the permanent members of the Security Council to concretely act to immediately stop Israel from blatantly violating international law and to end Israel impunity. The mandate of the Security Council is to maintain peace, to create peace, not to maintain and prolong wars, or even worse, to support the perpetrator of atrocities. Inaction means complicity. Colleagues, wherever Indonesia goes, we carry the voices of the global South. Indonesia started this commitment in 1955 when Indonesia hosted the Asia-Africa Conference in Bandung, Indonesia. The Bandung spirit of equality, cooperation, and solidarity will always be alive to inspire the global South to gain their rights, including their rights to development. That is the spirit that we need if we want to have a global leadership where moral virtues are the compass of our business. Do not bury the principle of the UN Charter and international law under the rubble of double standard, trust deficit, and zero-sum game. Mr. President, Excellencies, against these global challenges, Indonesia continues to be part of the solution. By embodying this commitment, Indonesia presidency in 2022 managed to prevent the G20 from collapsing. despite deep geopolitical division. During the global pandemic, we led the establishment of the Pandemic Fund and co-chaired the COVAX AMC engagement group to ensure equitable access to vaccine and financial resources, and to safeguard health security for all, especially for the Global South. As a member of the Human Rights Council, Indonesia continuously calls for inclusive partnership in addressing global human rights issues. And amidst regional rivalries, Indonesia pioneered the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific as a framework for concrete and inclusive cooperation. To embrace, not to contain. We have demonstrated that global leadership will never be attained through force, domination, and fear. Global leadership should be about guiding collective action by listening, empowering the collaboration, and instilling hope. This is what I say, leadership without hegemony. Mr. President, Excellencies, to attain this vision, we must focus on three key priorities. First, advancing peace through inclusive leadership. Multilateral system should be reformed. The UNSC must be an inclusive space for peace, where a wider range of voices can be heard, and timely decisions can be taken for our collective good. Without peace, our effort to attain global goals such as the SDGs will remain a dream without reality. Indonesia is committed to contribute to global peace by being one of the largest troops contributing countries in UN peacekeeping mission and remain firm in our proactive role to counter terrorism. We also strive to ensure that peace we are promoting will be inclusive by advancing the Women, Peace and Security agenda, contributing to women empowerment, including pursuing equal access to education to women and girls in Afghanistan. Investing in women is investing in peace. Empowering women is empowering prosperity for all. Second, ensure a resilient future for shared prosperity. Indonesia believes in a future where all nations thrive no matter how big or small. But the global pandemic and impact of climate change has shown us all that to prosper together, we must work together. Therefore, the implementation of the Pact for the Future is important to accelerate the achievement of the SDGs and scale up partnership and sustainable development even beyond 2030. At the same time, geopolitical tensions have also significantly impacted global supply chain, affected the development trajectory of the Global South, many of whom remain unable to freely exercise their right to development. In this context, Indonesia has taken proactive steps. Earlier this month, Indonesia held the second Indonesia-Africa Forum to enhance cooperation in international supply chains and connectivity and build collaboration in preparing for the future challenges. Indonesia also hosted the 10th World Water Forum, I repeat, the 10th World Water Forum this year. We believe that water is a crucial element for shared prosperity. And third, building bridges to foster global collaboration. Colleagues, a winner takes all, and take it or leave it mentality should no longer exist when collaboration is the only antidote in addressing the global challenges of today. For Indonesia, a world where the only option is us versus them will only result in the word of us or them. Global solidarity and collective responsibility is the essence of the Bandung spirit, and this spirit guided us through our G20 presidency in 2022, chairmanship of ASEAN in 2023, and continuous effort to voice the aspiration of the global South. Indonesia envisioned a world where nations collaborate together to address shared challenges, uphold international law, and protect human rights and dignity of all people. In Southeast Asia, ASEAN with 650 million people has proven that diversity can coexist with stability, peace, and prosperity. Indonesia also continues to work with ASEAN to restore peace and stability in Myanmar through implementation of the ASEAN 5-point of consensus and to enable the safe and dignified return of the Rohingya people. Beyond ASEAN, we also continue to deepen our engagement to the Pacific region to become part and parcel of an inclusive and peaceful Indo-Pacific architecture based on the principle of solidarity, equality, and mutual respect. Mr. President, colleagues, peace, justice, and humanity will always be at the core of Indonesia's foreign policy. Indonesia understands that the global leadership is not something that inherited, nor does it fall from the sky. It must be earned through our collective efforts. Rest assured that Indonesia's commitment toward common peace, common prosperity, common security will be carried out forward across Indonesia's successive administration. It is in this spirit that I'm proud to announce Indonesia's candidature for a non-permanent seat of the United Nations Security Council for 2029-2030. This candidature reflects our deep commitment to contributing toward global peace and security. So, colleagues, let us work together to build a legacy of peace for our future generation. I thank you very, very much.
Download Tribun X sekarang, menghadirkan lokal menjadi Indonesia.